Hey y'all, it's me, your local environmentalist, here to give you, answer all your voting rights questions that you may have. Wonderful question. So first things first, request or submit your absentee ballot request form to your local board of elections. You can either email them or you can literally mail it in with a 55-cent postage stamp. And if you have sent in your request form, if you have not heard back, feel free to call your board of elections and be like, hey, what's going on? Because the increase in volume of people voting absentee, the process is a bit slower, so feel free to call them. So first step is request or submit absentee ballot request form. Second step, they are going to verify your voter registration and send you a ballot. So your second step is to vote. On your ballot, you will see both nonpartisan and partisan races. Dependent upon your county, just really depends on what you will see. So things like the Public Service Commission are statewide races. So the PSC will be on everyone's ballot, whereas things such as maybe like a commissioner or a sheriff or a county seat or something like that may be dependent on your county. So the first step is your application form. Your second step is to vote. Your third step is to give that ballot back. So your ballot can either be mailed back to your board of election with a 55-cent stamp, or it can be dropped off to a drop box in your county, or you can give it to a poll worker on election day to cast your ballot. So let me run back through those steps. First, your absentee ballot request form. Second, vote. 3, give your ballot to your board of elections or to your drop box. So cast your ballot. So if you want to see the status of your ballot or your voter registration or anything like that, go to mvp.sos.ga.gov. So there you will put in your information and you will check the status of your application and your ballot. No and yes. So voting has been around since 2005, and voting is safe. It's an accessible way to vote. It includes more Georgians, and we encourage you to vote absentee if that is something that you can participate in, if you are eligible to vote. And the answer to that is yes. For as long as you did not drop your ballot in a drop box, or as long as you didn't send back your ballot or anything like that, yes, you can walk into a polling location on election day or even early vote and still cast your ballot. The answer is, as long as it's legible, then yes. We will not judge you for your coffee stain. So yes, feel free to send it in. Another question that we get is they are going to use your Georgia driver's license, and if you don't have a Georgia driver's license, they are going to use the signature you use when registering to vote in the state of Georgia, which for some folks that may have been a while ago. We understand. But essentially, if there is a problem with the exact match of your signature, the Board of Elections is required to contact you to try and reconcile that problem. So if there is a problem, you will be contacted and you will be notified that there's an issue and that you will have to reconcile that, either sending another ballot or something like that. So those are some of the questions that we have gotten around voting and access, and we want to answer as many questions as you guys might have. So if you do have a question, feel free to go to gcvoters.org and leave us, feel free to submit your contact information with your question, and we will try to get back to you as quickly as possible, so that way voting and voter education is accessible as possible to all Georgians. Once again, that is gcvoters.org.